Sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're sad, but we're always walking on ruins. I hold tight to the feeling of being almost lost, barely lost, wandering with conviction. If I could tell Dad that I left home, I would describe this feeling to him in detail. I'd like to live in a house that looks like this, forever on fire.
We had a picnic here a long time ago. I can't remember it, but I've seen an old picture. Can you take a new picture? And I'll sit like Dad does in the old one I saw.
He is a great kid.
Mom disappeared one time. It took me a while to find her. She was sitting right here, and she was sad. I got one of her tears on my finger, like a little bug, and I flicked it into the water. And I said, flow, 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 until it didn't sound like a word anymore. It made her feel better. Now I say it. I say it when everything is moving, but We don't want to move. Come on. Let's go. His name is Renee. I asked him how he ended up sleeping here. Renee said they were in the valley because they were so hungry, and then there was light everywhere. And they fell asleep forever. They should be old men now. But they couldn't get older if they tried. One time, I saw the monk out here cleaning them. It was so funny. He looked like he hated doing it. I'm not supposed to touch the soldiers, but I let Renee borrow my pig. I need it back now. Let's go.
Everyone's here. She's really going to do it. How can she be sure?
The shrine is protected.
How does she know?
Sonia knows.
How can she be sure? She can't know for sure. This has never happened before, has it? I don't want this. We need to leave. Let's just run.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Oh, God.
We're going to be okay. It won't be over soon.
Who is Sonia? What did she do to protect the people of the valley? The war was its own season, but the trauma of it echoed on into this season, haunting it.
Let's go. I wanted to see the water come up from here, to see it crash. I thought the flood would clean everything, but Mom said a flood is dirty. That makes no sense. I asked if we could stay and watch, but Mom said we need to get a ride to the city. That's our house. You're good. Come on. Let's go. Mom wasn't there when he passed away. I was there. Dad had his eyes closed, but he was making a face. So I asked him what he was looking at. He said he was looking at me, and I was all grown up. He saw me climbing up a hill in the sun. Then he said his memories were falling to the soil, and he had to go with them. He didn't want to go, but he squeezed my hand, and it hurt. But can we wait here a while, just to see if something will happen?
I met a boy who lost his father just like I did. It's something I don't talk about much. But I've been recording everything for you. But this feels private. I'm not sure if I want to share this with the future. I was about your age when I lost my dad. Growing up, everyone said I took after him. I didn't know what it meant exactly, but I felt proud. He fell while climbing a mountain. The other climbers looked for him. He really tried. A friend of his almost fell, maybe in the same spot. The search was called off, but my search kept going. I couldn't understand where he went. Every morning when I woke up, I thought he'd be back. Couldn't he come back just as easily as he disappeared? I was embarrassed to look for him, but I did. Secretly. I thought about impossibly small places, like in the air of my breath, or in the... It was silly. I felt silly. At the same time I was growing up, I was changing all the time. Every night I would go to sleep and wake up a little different than the day before. And I realized my dad had gone to a place where you don't sleep and don't wake up, where you never change. They must be waiting for us there, in the place we all were before our memories began.
You're still here. The tour's over. That's your prize, okay? I have to go home now. I'll see you someday later today.
Kochi collected objects around the valley and laid them to rest at his father's grave. I've collected memories. Where will they be laid to rest? The museum vault? This tree fell and died, but became a bridge. I'd like to become a bridge when I die. A structure so overgrown feels almost like a living thing to me. I wouldn't be surprised if it coughed. An instrument with the symbol of the god of memory. I remember my dad had a poor singing voice but wrote funny songs. He had one for taking out the garbage, a kind of a ballad about the virtues of trash. I wish I remembered more. A calm sound comes from the strings. faces look trapped in there. Where will the birds fly to when the flood comes? Is this a sculpture or raw materials? This house has such a palpable personality.
Oh, that's it. The camera click. The valley used to be so full of the sounds you couldn't hear yourself think. Now to hear it again. That sweet, awful click. You came to see the work of the reclusive artist. Come here. Let me see. Bring it close. My eyes. I can only see here.
The text is barely legible. 3 aphorisms from the young. None should see the face of love and live. The aphorisms are complete. Time moves us when we move not. There is no time. If music is complete, then it is not music. None should see the face of love and live.
Awful. Form, color, subject. Simply awful. That was me trying to play to the crowd, to be charming. A crazy woman made this junk. An art. I buried her a long time ago. I'm surrounded by it. I spent my life trying to make something beautiful and true. I failed. Can you bring me photos of my art? I'd like to see my work one more time. I want to see how I wasted my life. Come, show me. What do you think of it? Wrong. Awful. Form, color, subject. That was me trying to play to the crowd, to be I should have grown ivy over them. At least the flood will take it all away. Was I never truly inspired? Did I really fail so completely? Let's see another.
A face worn with the strain of creation. She is compelled to create, like how I feel compelled to document this season. They look like they passed out.
The figure is without grace or true emotion. I thought if I stood outside his door long enough in the rain, that God would let me inside. All I did was toil my fingers to pieces. I wanted to capture this valley in... That's all. Best of luck to you. I tried my whole life and all I did was create piles of trash. Enough about my... Let me see what else you've got in that journal. My trash all on a page together, like a real art exhibit. One day, you could add my name to it. Mitsuura. They might as well know who to blame. The museum vault. Every artist dreams of their work hanging on its walls. Oh my God. You'll try to go there? It's so far. It'll drain your life away trying to reach it. It might be a longer term than you expect. You may be as old as I am by the time you get there. Your journal might end up in the vault, which means my artwork might end up there. Oh, that would redeem everything. Every wasted hour. When a dream crawls back out of your throat, it hurts. But I can do better than those little statues. I can, if you help me. This art will memorialize Cheng Valley, and we'll finish it together. Cheng Valley has many faces, many themes, characters, eras. Take a look through this junk. And we'll pick one of those faces. A face to show Cheng Valley to the unborn children of the next season. You do that while I make some tea. You seem lost. We are here to choose a theme for our art. You can see through the clutter. I have looked at all this for far too long to see it. There are no mistakes, only wayward inspiration. Just pick the face, facet of Ching Valley that calls out to you.
I'm not sure what to think about this. Within the piles of junk, I found a metal cutout of a symbol. These patterns, what powers have they had and lost? This is the symbol of the god of sleep. Sleep is a kind of shadow of life, refraction absent of light. What a cheap-looking contraption. I'm not sure what to think about this. This instrument is so beat up, but lovingly preserved. It must have played some important tunes. Too bad this is sold out, and happened 100 years ago. Stone and soil, water and wood, a collection of samples of the ecosystem of the valley. Is the ecology of the valley the root cause of everything that happened here?
You've brought me pieces of the valley itself, the natural world. What we took from it, what we were given. What if our destiny is not in our hearts, but in the soil of the earth? Do you want this to be our theme?
Within the piles of junk, I found a metal cutout of a symbol. These patterns, what powers have they had and lost?
The sleep symbol. This is the pattern, the vibration, the prayer. When the prayer is said, you can feel it in the air, but you can see it in the water. If you ever see this pattern in motion, prepare to sleep. Oh, you prayed. You are adopting the culture here so quick. That is a small prayer you experienced. The monks used to adjust our lives with this power to help us through life. I can tell you the essence of our religion. Our consciousness is a miracle, but we are frail vessels. Sonia, the monk, used this prayer to end the war. A prayer to end a season. God of sleep, listen. Power was greater and deeper than anyone knew. That was how the last season ended. Do you want this to be our theme? Very good. And the tea is ready. In the past, I tried to control everything. My work was dead. This time, let's follow our intuition, gather some pieces, and see what happens. What magic might be hiding in this day, which will pass and never return. This tea is good for the throat. It makes me want to sing. Chubaleni husanota, chubaleni husane, chubaleni husanota, krimosanahi. Pleminutu sakanora. That was it. That was Ching Valley. I thought we would capture Ching Valley in a piece of art, but we captured it in a moment instead. A moment can never hang on the wall of a museum, but you will still carry it with you. You were the co-author of this moment. I would never have found it without you. I'll rest these weary knees, but you're welcome to bring me images of this valley, as long as you bring them close enough for me to see. I'll tell you what I know. There's only a little bit of today left, and then the city, the flood, the lights, the next season. Oh, you'd never believe it. That locket was a gift from a famous singer, but you won't get me, an old lady, reminiscing about a dalliance? No. Next question, please. Ha! All right.
Matiora is a true artist.
Well, you should be sure to visit the shrine. When the sun is down, the gate will open. I wish I could show you around, but maybe you can bring the valley to me. You could show me photographs you've taken here, and I'll rummage around in my mind for any gems. Critters of the valley, don't worry about the animals. They'll leave before the flood, won't they? Yes. Silent writers, have you ever written words on your own home? Poetry on a dead surface? To throw up your name, to go all city, to bomb the system? These old values are particularly unknown now. My last commissioned work. A misguided memorial. I made these dogs of war and spread them out around the valley, like the soldiers used to be. But the war didn't need a statue. We have the soldiers themselves, frozen in time. That's the new cemetery, if you can believe it. We sold them. The prismatic grounds needed bodies to study. I don't have any particular feeling about that. That's the new cemetery, if you can believe. We sold the prismatic. I don't have any particular feeling about that. That's the new cemetery. We sold the prismatic. I don't have any particular feeling about that. This is Ching Valley at its best. Someone must have been walking through the cemetery and spotted some ancient graves. What about these people? Not remembered. Not forgotten either. So the ceremony of the random the monks extract some memories from some, try to sketch their life in an evening. What would otherwise be lost? Millions of people live and die just beyond our peripheral vision. A random arm is slung along your shoulder. You make a friend, they'll never know you. Where was I? I'm not accustomed to talking this much. I like it. This is Ching Valley at its... Someone must have been walking through and spotted some... What about these? Not remember. So the monk tried to... What would a million random... You make a friend. Where was I? Not accustomed to talk. I like it. Dear widow, haunted child, departed soul. They've been through too much, and when I wander their fields at night, it was the only place in the valley with life up until the end. The boy brings me a look. I read his palm again and again. Dear widow, haunted child, departed soul, they've been through too much. And when I wander their fields at night, tasting the... was the only place in the valley with life up until the end. The boy brings me a look. I read his palm again and again. Critters of the valley. Don't worry about the animals. They'll leave before... Won't they? Yes. Critters of the valley. Don't worry, won't they? Yes. Oh dear. Did you speak with him? My child, what did he take from you? Oh, that won't be so hard to fix. Life will give you a name, or you will find a new one. To dig it up or leave it in the ground. Either way, Harpic will make itself known. Make its presence felt. Is it the source of all strange happenings, all mind wanderings? Of our religion itself? Maybe it would decay on its own in a million seasons, but some are not so patient. Some would rather this magic just be gone. Leave us in peace. Jing Valley purple. Seductive. Harmful. When you think of the past, where is it? Is the past behind you? Is it above? Is it under your feet? I wear it like an old coat. Dig it up or leave it in the ground. Either way, is it this of our religion? Maybe it's some would leave us in peace. They haven't aged a day since the prayer put them to sleep, but every time I see the soldiers, they look younger and younger to me. Almost like children now. Do I say it is the two worst thoughts to try to hold together in your mind? They were just boys, and they killed my family. Silent writers, have you ever read poetry? Throw up. These old values are particularly unknown now. The most powerful god of all, the god of sleep. Sleep. When we remember and forget together. When we toss out what needs to be in the garbage. When we gild memories worth keeping. I've learned more from my dreams than from any book. You may pray or not, but you will sleep. You will, or you will die. How could this, the true religion, make itself more clear to you? God of memory, the cruelest of all. Oh, you'll understand one day. The mercy of sleep, the mercy of forgetting. But memory has no mercy. Oh, the gray hands. As soon as I saw someone wearing a uniform, I knew this season was almost over. Uniforms, groups, any social organization at all. That's what we've been lacking. Everyone is alone with their little life, their little grief, their own tragedy. I spared you mine. I'll root for the gray hands, why not? They offered to work on my teeth. I said no. I'm too old to have perfect shining teeth. It would scare away children and small animals. Yes, the water coming, the flood, the dam. I'm tired of it. What is natural? The dam created this valley. Of course we caused the flood. Over and over. We never learned. I can feel the warmth coming off this picture. The place might as well be on another planet. This is your home? You lucky dove. Just wait until I get my own pair of wheels. My own army. My electric legs. I'll be over for tea. I'll meet your darling mother. You won't be able to get rid of me. I can feel the warmth coming off this place. This is your... Just wait. I'll be over. You won't be able to get rid of me.
Night has fallen. The doors to the shrine must be open now. There is a subtle but pronounced smell coming from beyond these gates. Fruit and incense. I knew once I went into the shrine my time to explore the valley was over.